guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to episode 1 of this new series that I decided to do on my channel, where we are going to be reading through my entire TBR until we get down to 0, and then we can go book shopping, because I'm currently on a book buying ban and I can't buy books until I've read through my TBR. So on June 18th, which is today, I currently have 38 books on my physical TBR, which isn't too crazy, but when you think about it, that's almost 40 books that I own that I haven't read. And in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to go book shopping. Like, I need to go book shopping right now. But it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. So I'm gonna be doing these videos every once in a while. We'll do an update on how many books are on my physical TBR, and then we'll read a few books in the video. So first, before we get started, let me give you like a quick overview of my TBR cart right now. So this top shelf, it's like I have 2 romances here, and then 2 like contemporary fictions, and then more romance here. And these 3 right here are like on my immediate June TBR, so those are potentials for getting to in this video. And then down on this one, I have more fiction here, and then historical fiction, and then it goes into thrillers. And then down here is my last shelf, and these are all the books that belong in a series, whether it's the first book in a series or parts of series that I've already started, like these 2 and then Onyx Storm. I'm in the middle of those series, but all the rest of them I haven't started yet. So unless it's these 3 that would finish a series for me, I'm definitely gonna just stick to these 2 shelves, because I don't want to start any series, because then I'm gonna have to buy the rest of the books. So we have a lot to choose from. I don't know how many just these 2 shelves are, but it's obviously a lot just visibly. So we're gonna get busy. We're gonna start reading these books. So today we are going to pick a book from my physical TBR to start this video off. And then also, I don't know how often I'm gonna do these episodes of the series, but at the the very last episode of the series will be me book shopping after my book buying ban is over, after I read at least 80% of this. I would say that's my goal, to read 80% of this before I do any sort of book shopping. So let's pick our first book. So these are the 3 that are on my immediate June TBR that I haven't read yet, and I'm actually 30% through the roughest draft, but I don't know, I can't tell if I'm in a book slump or if I just am not enjoying this book or something. But I think it's partly I'm low-key in a book slump, which really is not good. But I do want to finish this, and it's not it's bad or anything, it's just I'm not really feeling too connected to the characters or anything, but I think it's literally I'm on the brink of a book slump, which is the worst thing for a reader. So, but I'm just gonna push through this one, I think. So this is probably gonna be our first choice, but then the other books that are on my immediate June TBR are Problematic Summer Romance and Same Time Next Summer. So we'll see what I decide to do if I don't end up DNFing this one. But so far in this book, we are following Katrina and Nathan, and they're both writers. They were once co-authors. They used to write, they had this really famous book that they wrote together, and now their agents are wanting them to write another book together, but they haven't spoken in years because they had a big falling out or something. We don't know why yet. We keep flashing back in time, and so now they're writing another book together, and there's a lot of tension between them, and that's all I've really absorbed so far from this. But you know what, it motivated me to finish my first draft because they're writers and they're writing a book, and it motivated me to literally binge through writing and finish my first draft. So it gave me something so far. But now that I'm done with my first draft, all I'm gonna be doing the next 4 weeks is reading and filming and editing and uploading. So hopefully I can get more into this. I don't know, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna try to read it today and just see if I can get more into it. Okay, so honestly, while I'm sitting here reading it, why am I really enjoying it now? I feel I was really enjoying the first 15% of it, and then after that I was really not into it. But I think it was more just a life, I was having a bad couple days mentally, and so then it kind of affected my reading and everything, because I am enjoying this. It's just I still don't feel too connected to the characters, and I think that's my problem. I don't really like I love the writing. I really enjoy their writing. It's just the fact that I can't connect to these characters, and that's sort of my only issue with this book. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I love reading about writers, and yeah, I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it. It's just not, I don't know, I'm just not feeling super connected to it. But I'm thinking also once we learn like a little bit more about like what happened in the past and stuff like that, then like I'll probably get a little bit more into it, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I have finished the roughest draft. So I'm just gonna start off by saying I could not connect to this story whatsoever. I tried so hard, and I found that there were certain times, like the last time we spoke about it, I did feel connected to it. And there were like certain moments where I could find myself like either relating to the story or relating to the characters. But like a majority, like I would say 90% of the book, I was just not into it whatsoever. I didn't feel connected to the characters or their romance whatsoever. It gave me so much motivation to write my book though, so that was like a huge plus. And honestly, their writing, both of the authors that wrote this book, their writing is really good. Like it's like they really like encapsulated the setting and like really put you in the story. I was just having a hard time connecting to the characters like personally, so their writing was fantastic, and the fact that it like motivated me so much to write my own book was really helpful. And I loved the writing aspect. I love reading about authors, so that was great. It was just the fact that I couldn't connect to the story or the characters or the romance. So with that being said, I did settle on 3 stars for this book, which isn't bad at all. I would definitely recommend this. It just wasn't personally for me, and I also thought it was going to be more summery because like just based off the cover it looks very summery. But also like for me personally, I only really get like the summer vibe from either like books about like being by a lake or summer camps. Like those are like the 2 like main settings where I'm like, oh yeah, this is like such a summer atmospheric book. But other than that, like being in Florida, probably because I live here, I live in Florida, so I'm not like getting that like summer atmospheric vibe, but it just like wasn't for me. Book wasn't for me. So now I think I'm gonna move on to Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. It's so short, and I really loved Nora Goes Off Script, so I do want to read all of her books, and this is the next step. And it's literally under 300 pages, so it's like the perfect length, and her writing is phenomenal just based on the one book that I've read from her. I love her writing and I love her books, so I'm gonna start this one. But also like I don't know if I like am in the mood to just like sit down and read right now. I think I'm gonna build a Lego set, and I've been loving listening to audiobooks, and so I think I'm gonna listen to All We Were Promised. I'm gonna try this one. I'm trying to get more into historical fiction because the one historical fiction, or like the couple that I've read, I really enjoyed, and I love learning about that stuff while I'm like reading fiction. So I'm going to start listening to this one, and we'll see if I can like actually get through the audiobook. If not, we'll pick a different one. But I've had this one for so long on my TBR, so we're finally getting to it. You guys, this is literally me yesterday while I was reading this book. Like, I wish I was joking. I was literally just reading these pages and literally just smiling at my book. Just full on smiling. So basically, like, right now, I'm scared of where it's going to go, but I am absolutely loving this book so far. So we're following our main character. First of all, she's engaged, and her like engagement, her fiance, it all seems great. Like there's no like issues with him whatsoever, it seems like, and their relationship seems great. And they're going to her parents' house on the beach in like New York, but like on the beach. I don't know if it's Long Island. I think it's Long Island maybe. And next door to a beach house lives her high school sweetheart, or like childhood first love, basically her first love. And they're like in their 30s now, but he's living there for the summer. So now we're like flashing back and forth and also learning about their relationship and how it started off when they were children and like their friendship and everything, and then how it eventually led to them like having like a little crush on each other, and then eventually they started dating as like older teenagers. But that's the thing, it's like there's nothing I hate more in books or literally in movies in real life than a love triangle. I hate a love triangle so much because no matter what, someone is going to get hurt, and it's hard for me to root for a couple even if they are childhood best friends to lovers, whatever, because there's another person involved. Like, how am I supposed to root for anyone? So that's what I'm scared for. But right now I am loving it, and reading about when they were kids and like what led up to them like eventually like falling for each other, just like how sweet they were when they were little kids. She wrote that part so well. Literally, that's why I was like, I loved it. But like I said, I'm scared. But her writing, so freaking, it's so good. It's so good, and that's the only reason why I have hope that this will like turn out okay, because even if there is a love triangle, I just have faith that she's gonna write it very well. But all this to say, I am really looking forward to continue reading this, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna sit on the patio and continue reading this. So I'm in part 2. I don't know exactly the percentage that I'm at this moment, but I am loving this book. I'm still loving it, and we found out why, like, the whole part 1 was basically finding out why like Sam and Wyatt had their big falling out, like why they broke up, whatever. Let me just say, obviously this is no spoilers, but usually in childhood friends to lovers book, the reason, since they're like soulmates and they're like supposed to be together forever, like they're literally perfect for each other, usually the reason why they have their big falling out, why they break up, is because one of them cheats or accidentally cheats, whatever. That's just what I've read in the few childhood friends to lovers books that I've read, which haven't been that many, but that's usually the way that these books go. And I hate that. I hate that because there's nothing I hate more in books than cheating, or like trying to romanticize or look past cheating. Like, why are we forgiving that? And so in this one, that's not something that happens, and I absolutely love that. It is simply just because one of our characters, I don't want to make this spoiler at all. Since they're young and stuff, one of our characters goes through something and they don't want to bring the other person into it and reflect their negative emotions onto the other person. And I really, really like that because it's very real to, I don't know, it's more real, and I don't want to read about people cheating on each other in books, especially like when you're supposed to root for them in this way. Like, I don't know, it's just like I applaud Annabelle Monaghan for coming up with a different plot line than I've seen in the other childhood friends to lovers books that I just don't like. So I am really, really loving this, and the part that was like the thing that I was worried about, honestly, but I'm still honestly worried because I don't want a love triangle thing to happen. So far it's not like that, but I don't want it to become that. And so I have like 100 pages left, so I'm definitely gonna try to finish this today. I am loving this. I just told my other video, because I'm simultaneously filming another vlog right now, that as soon as I finish this book, I'm going to put this one and Nora Goes Off Script onto my favorite shelf on my bookshelf, because I have like a favorites romance shelf at the top where it's all my favorite romance books, and Annabelle Monaghan just earned her place on that shelf. Like, I love her books. I need to read all of them now. So I'm gonna finish this one today. just finished Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan, and like I've already told you guys, I absolutely love this book and I am putting her on the top shelf of my bookshelf. I was not expecting to love this book so much. I'm gonna go with a 4.5 stars. I genuinely loved this book so much. I literally loved it so much, and the only thing that like steered me away from giving it a 5 or a 4.75 is the fact that there was a love triangle, and even though it was handled really well, and I really enjoyed that, respected that, and I cannot wait to read the rest of her books. So now moving on, I do have another one of her books on my TBR cart, but I kind of want to space them out. I just don't want to read them back to back. I want to give each of them their own moment. So I think we're gonna go and pick up The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand, which is my first Ellen Hildebrand book. I've never read any of her books, but I do also have The Hotel Nantucket, but I do want to start with this one because I love murder mystery books, and I think this occurs on a beach. I literally know nothing about this. I looked up books that gave the same like vibe as The White Lotus because I love The White Lotus. I love like the murder mystery on vacation type of vibe with like drama. So I looked up books that like gave that same vibe, and this was one of the books, and I've heard incredible things about Ellen Hildebrand's books, so I'm very excited to start this one. She's a thick one. Like, she's a pretty thick book. I think she just under 500 pages, 466 pages, so she's a pretty thick book, but I have it on my Kindle just in case I don't want to read it physically because it is a pretty big book to hold and everything. But so I do have it through Libby on my Kindle, so I'm very excited to start this one actually. Okay, so I apologize for not updating you guys until right now because I'm actually 57% through The Perfect Couple, and I am loving it. It took me a little bit to like get into it. Like the first like 3 chapters I actually read twice. I literally can never film an entire clip of me talking because as soon as my cat hears me talking, he starts yelling at my door and I have to let him in. Come here. And then he wants to leave right away. So as I was saying, I had to read like the first 3 chapters like 3 times because I don't know, I just like wasn't comprehending it. But if you watched my most recent vlog, you would know why. I was like just kind of going through it a little bit, like just in a little bit of a slump, so reading, I don't know, comprehending what was going on was a little difficult. But then it was so easy. It's been so easy to fly through ever since I was able to actually get into it, because so basically we're following this like murder that happened at a wedding. The maid of honor was killed, and so we're following all of these different perspectives, and it's like flashing back between like the present timeline after the murder and then before. Like it could be years in advance, it could be months in advance, it could be like a day before, and we keep just like flashing back and forth. But then in the present timeline we're following the investigation. The police are interviewing all of the guests and everything, and we're getting so many different points of views. We're getting the bride, the mother of the bride, the mother and the father of the groom, we're getting the chief, we're getting, was that it? I can't remember. There's literally been so many, I can't even think of who else we're following. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it for now. But we're following all of these different points of views, and they're all like, most of these people are like super rich and they're like a little snobby, so you're not like, you don't necessarily love the character, but you love being in their point of view. There's no character that you're like, okay, let's like hurry up and get out of this person's point of view, because they're all equally interesting. And like I said, you don't necessarily care about the characters, but you care about their point of view. I don't know, it's just so good. It is so good, and I can't believe I was like a little like hesitant to pick this up because it is just so good, so good. And I'm, like I said, I'm 57% in, so we haven't even gotten to like, I feel like the meat of the story or anything. I don't have any guesses on who the murderer is. Like I couldn't even tell you a theory I have, because I feel like they could all be equally guilty. I don't know. I don't have any theory or anything right now. I'm just loving it. So that's my little update. I'm gonna try to finish it either today or tomorrow. I'm just loving it. Literally, what is going on? What is going on? I just got done filming my June wrap up and my July TBR video, so that's why I look a little less crazy than I usually do. But I finished last night, I finished The Perfect Couple, and I need to talk to you guys about this book. So like, even towards the end, I still didn't even have a theory, because I don't know, I feel like things started to kind of fall apart at the end. Every time I thought we were going down a path that made sense, it turned out to not be that thing at all. And I was just like, I don't know, I was just like waiting to see what happened. I didn't really know what direction we were gonna go anymore, so I didn't even try to come up with a theory. I was just waiting to see how it played out. And safe to say, I was not expecting the ending to happen. And it's not like I'm disappointed with the ending, I was just like anticipating something more crucial. But I absolutely loved this. If you have any book recommendations that give the same vibe as this book, or any of Ellen Hilderbrand's other books that you would recommend, please let me know, because I loved this so much. I said this in my GoodReads review, I felt like this was the first book I've ever read where 500 pages was not enough. I literally could have read another 500 pages of this. I loved the drama, and I love that we were getting so many different POVs, and you didn't care which POV you were in, because you genuinely like enjoyed all of them. Like, that's how this felt, and I love that. It was just really, really good, and I'm kind of sad that it's over. Watch this put me into a book slump, because it was just so good that now I don't know what to read. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate this 4.5 stars, because I just absolutely loved it. It was just the ending that left me feeling like a little bit uneasy, just a little bit. And there were some things that the characters were doing where I was just like, it was driving me a little crazy at times, but that's like the beauty of this book. It is just such drama. I don't know, it was just really, really good. So I absolutely love this. So now we are at 35 books, if I'm counting right. I hope I'm counting right, but I believe that we are now at 35 books on my physical TBR. So we have knocked it down by 3 books. That's pretty good. Like I said at the intro, this is gonna be a new series on my channel, so make sure to subscribe and turn your post notifications on so you don't miss my next episode or any other video that I upload. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope to see you guys so soon. Bye.